Welcome back to Gistmax TV. If you're just new here, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to like the video so you won't miss any updates from this channel. The moment Uche Nancy reacted to Bryan Okwara's grand welcome, Nollywood shook, timelines exploded, and fans went completely feral. What was supposed to be a simple show of respect instantly turned into one of the hottest, most controversial conversations in the entertainment space. Cameras captured Bryan Okwara stepping out with that signature confidence, aura loud, presence commanding, and the welcome was nothing short of royal. The kind of reception that makes people pause and ask questions. When Uche Nancy finally reacted, her words were calm, classy, but dangerously powerful. She praised his humility, his respect, his composure, and his larger-than-life personality, but fans had much more than praise. To many ears, it sounded like admiration. To others, it felt like a coded message. And to the most dramatic Nollywood detectives online, it was a spark that could only mean one thing: something is definitely cooking behind the scenes. Almost immediately, social media turned into a courtroom with fans acting as judges, lawyers, and witnesses. Clips of the welcome were slowed down, zoomed in, replayed, and analyzed frame by frame. Bryan's body language, his smile, the way he carried himself, the timing of the welcome, everything suddenly meant something. Fans started asking why the welcome was so grand, why it felt different, and why Uche Nancy's reaction sounded deeper than normal industry courtesy. Some fans insisted it was pure respect between two industry giants, calling it a rare moment of grace and honor in Nollywood. Others weren't buying that explanation at all. They argued that Nollywood is not known for doing things just because, and when something feels this intentional, there's usually more to the story. The comment sections across platforms turned into pure madness. One fan screamed that Bryan Okwara is a strategic man who never moves without purpose and that this welcome was clearly deliberate. Another fan said Uche Nancy's reaction gave soft power energy, the kind of respect reserved for people who truly matter in your life, not just colleagues. Someone else boldly claimed that Nollywood is quietly aligning its power players and that fans should watch closely. Of course, not everyone agreed. Some fans dragged the whole situation, saying Nigerians always overthink everything and turn simple gestures into full-blown movies. But even those fans couldn't deny one thing: the moment felt heavy, meaningful, and impossible to ignore. What made the gist even hotter was Bryan Okwara's history. This is a man whose name alone sparks conversations, from his fashion sense to his acting career to his personal life. Every move he makes is scrutinized, and every public appearance becomes a topic. So when he chose to welcome Uche Nancy in such a loud, respectful, almost ceremonial way, people paid attention. Fans began connecting dots that may or may not exist, dragging old interviews, past collaborations, and previous industry moments into the discussion. Some claimed Bryan has always shown special respect to strong women in the industry, while others argued that this welcome stood out even by his own standards. Uche Nancy, on the other hand, is no small name. She's respected, influential, and deeply rooted in Nollywood's power structure. Her reaction alone carries weight. When she speaks, people listen, and when she reacts emotionally, fans read between the lines. Her calm but glowing response fueled the fire even more. Fans pointed out her facial expressions, her tone, and her choice of words. They said she looked genuinely touched, not just politely appreciative. One fan wrote that you don't react like that unless the gesture meant something personal. Another said the mutual respect on display felt like two forces acknowledging each other's strength publicly. Then came the wild theories. Some fans speculated about a possible future collaboration that could shake Nollywood. Others whispered about mentorship, alliances, and behind-the-scenes support systems that fans don't get to see. The most dramatic fans, of course, went straight to romance rumors, dragging Bryan's name into relationship conversations yet again. They argued that Nollywood has a history of hiding real-life connections behind professional interactions. While there was no evidence to support such claims, that didn't stop the rumors from spreading like wildfire. What truly made this moment blockbuster-worthy was how divided fans became. One camp praised the moment as refreshing, calling it a beautiful example of respect, class, and unity in an industry often plagued by rivalry and jealousy. Another camp accused fans of being naive, insisting that nothing in entertainment happens without strategy. According to them, the welcome and reaction were carefully curated moves meant to send a message, whether about influence, hierarchy, or future plans. The debates got so intense that people started arguing in comment sections like their lives depended on it. Screenshots of tweets, posts, and comments circulated everywhere. One fan said Bryan Okwara doesn't do small gestures and that this welcome was a loud statement. Another fan countered by saying Uche Nancy deserved that level of respect and even more, so the welcome shouldn't be turned into a scandal. Someone else added that Nollywood needs more of this energy instead of constant beef and fake love. But even in defending the moment, fans unknowingly kept the conversation alive, pushing it higher on the trending charts. Blogs picked it up, gossip pages milked it, and reaction videos started popping up non-stop. Content creators dissected the moment from every possible angle, using words like intentional, symbolic, powerful, and strategic. The narrative kept growing, feeding on curiosity and speculation. Even fans who initially didn't care found themselves pulled into the gist because it was everywhere. That's how you know a moment has truly gone viral. At the center of it all, Bryan Okwara remained Bryan Okwara, calm, composed, and unbothered, which only made fans more curious. His silence after the buzz started was interpreted in different ways. Some said it showed maturity and confidence, others said silence is the loudest answer. Uche Nancy also didn't over-explain herself, and that restraint added more fuel to the fire. In Nollywood, when people don't rush to clarify things, fans assume there's something worth hiding or protecting. This entire situation has once again proven how powerful simple moments can be in the entertainment industry. A welcome, a reaction, a few words, and suddenly the internet is on fire. It also showed how deeply fans are invested in Nollywood figures, reading emotions, intentions, and meanings into every move. Whether this was pure respect or something deeper, one thing is undeniable: the moment was iconic, controversial, and unforgettable. As fans continue to argue, speculate, praise, and drag, the story keeps evolving. New angles will emerge, new theories will drop, and the conversation won't die anytime soon. That's the power of a real blockbuster gist, the kind that refuses to fade quietly. If you want to stay ahead of the hottest Nollywood stories, the kind that make people talk, argue, and react, you already know what to do. Subscribe to Gistmax TV and stay locked in, because when Nollywood sneezes, we break it down hot, loud, and unfiltered.